To Denver, Colorado. Over here on the northeast side of the Denver metropolitan area, enjoying the Mile High Shootout, the second annual Mile High Shootout, as part of the NFA 7-on-7 National Tournament. This is the final qualifier in the group of tournament qualifiers that have been occurring throughout the course of the last 2 or 3 months. Winners advancing for the opportunity to go to Bradenton, Florida, the campus of the IMG Academy. We have squads from around the Colorado area competing to earn that invitation to compete with the best on June 19th or around that weekend out on the IMG campus. Out there on the field, giving it a visual set as Matt Lynch releases and tosses a ball to that far side. Top Gun Express, wearing the orange. You can see their roster right there. I mentioned Matt Lynch. He's playing quarterback, a young man who originally had been committed to Colorado State University. He's getting a lot of nice looks and is now a verbal to UCLA. A few of the others that are notables on that roster, Carlo Kemp, surely one of those. Guy who's got more than a dozen offers. Big kid out of Fairview High School, plays under Coach Tom McCartney. Chris Helbig, talented in this game. He might play a little bit of quarterback, but he's been playing wide receiver and DB throughout this tournament. A couple other guys to mention there as you see the inside route denied. Very nice job by Team Xplosive. Again, going through some of the top guys for Top Gun Colorado Express under Coach Hoffman and Coach Calvert. Bryce Baderis out of Holy Family is another kid that's notable. They also have a couple of kids they have brought in from Illinois, notably Joshua Terry out of Proviso East High School in the Chicagoland area. And you look up and down that roster. Look at a Team Xplosive under head coach Roderick Rogers, notable figure within the Denver metropolitan area. A couple of guys that you want to keep an eye on. Hayden Bluebaugh, who is transferring into Grandview High School. He's going to play for Coach Schultz, one of the top programs in the state of Colorado, just to 2017. So we'll keep an eye on Bluebaugh. Chuck Roberts is another kid who plays for Eagle Crest, who's out there on the field for Team Xplosive. Brandon Lang, another transfer, looking for the right spot for him to be in. He'll be playing some quarterback. Now we'll be playing this year in the upcoming fall season for Rick Cash and Mountain Vista High School in the Colorado area. And a couple other guys to mention, Devon Harris out of Rangeview. Big 6'1", 200 kid. He's going to play for Coach Hoffman for the Rangeview Raiders, and then keeping an eye on Kendall Coleman out of Gateway. He's an Olympian, a 2016. So a few guys that are notable figures that catch our attention as we cover high school and preps level football in the Colorado area. Here we are competing in 7-on-7 play in the off season. And again, these squads looking to earn an invitation to go to Bradenton, Florida in a couple of weeks and play with the best. Get down there in SEC country on the beautiful campus at IMG Academy and have a great experience down there. Matt Lynch tossing to Carlo Kemp up the middle. We cover a lot of preps level sports here in the Colorado area, so it's kind of fun to watch Carlo Kemp out there on a route catching the football over the middle there. Marty Cesario, honored to be here with you, along with executive producer Phil Mildren, Darren Hagan upstairs. There's a look at my Twitter handle, at Marty Cesario. I'll give my comments when I have some appropriate time. You see that pass here to the near side, trying to go up high to Chris Helbig, defended very well by Team Xplosive, so it's incomplete. Our backgrounds, we do a lot of high school coverage here in the Colorado area, so we're very familiar with a lot of the names that you are seeing out there on the football field. We're happy to offer this opportunity for you to view them live on very rich visual broadcast here on Stream It Sports. Stream It Sports is something you want to keep an eye on. This digital broadcast available in two different ways. One on the NFHS site. As you see that pass over the middle, that's a touchdown for Carlo Kemp. So first points on the board for Top Gun. But two different ways it's available. Directly through streamitsports.com, and then also on the tournament page for Mile High Shootout on the NFA 7-on-7 home website. And another little tease for you to offer that's going to be legit is we will not be done after this tournament. We are planning on putting together a sizzle recap reel that is going to be unlike anything really that you've experienced before if you're around the 7-on-7 culture. I don't puff my chest until I score touchdowns, but I will tell you this, it'll be unlike what you're used to seeing as you dig around YouTube. Including, and most importantly, we're going to give love to student athletes, because a lot of this is about. I'm not a big fan of the word exposure. I call it product marketing. The product are those guys out on the field, and you are marketing to those who are decision makers for your future. So we're trying to help out with that. Right now, a 6-0 lead for Top Gun Colorado Express. Guys in orange, Top Gun now defending. Excellent job up the middle there, coming to close in on that route. Good job by Billy Duhonik, doing a nice piece of work in defending that, forcing the incompletion. So Team Xplosive under Rod Rogers. He's got a little experience himself playing some football at the NFL level. Runs himself a gym and has a 7-on-7 club. You see this near side route. Excellent move to the inside. Eventually stopped down. Rod Rogers has his gym and has this group of guys. Does an excellent job with guys along the eastern side of the Denver metropolitan corridor. Real good guy to talk to. He's another one that really has kind of evolved himself into a mentoring position, along with tearing these kids up, getting them in shape, all for their benefit. Lang to the middle. Completion. I believe the man was touched down. Yes. Lang is an interesting story. Brandon started out at Douglas County High School. They already had a D1 there. Then moved to Cherry Creek High School. They're doing just fine with that position at Cherry Creek High School. So now he's going to move over to play for Coach Rick Cash and the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles, and hopefully that is the nicest fit for him to display his skills. A little inside route there for Team Xplosive. There's Hayden Bluebaugh, who could be the best and most promising prospect. Bluebaugh is walking to the right side of your screen with that upside-down reversed visor. Team Xplosive looking to tie things up, and they do so, scoring the touchdown, hands in the air. You see Lang looking for the indication. I believe he received that ball in the painted area in the end zone. But you see the reaction from the rest of the guys. A little bit of a lack of clarity, but indeed 6 points on the board. So it is now 6-6 pending the PAT. A little look at that replay there to the interior, and now you see an adjustment. You have the option to pick up points in two different ways on the PAT. You can do it from within 10 yards, or you can drop back to the 10 and try to pick up extra points. That's exactly what Xplosive is doing. Inside slant, a little too high and hard, and will remain at 6-6. We go 18 minutes running clock, and then we'll go 2 minutes using NFHS sanction rules, where you include stoppages on incompletions, get to call timeouts, and whatnot. And now we're on the, well, third last game. There'll be 2 semifinal games, and then we will bring you the championship game. Well defended there by Will Kulik, a 2017 out of Regis Jesuit High School, doing a good job on D. See that replay there? Kulik staying with his man, forcing the incompletion. Kulik's got an interesting year coming up where Coach Nolan took a job in Arizona and is now going to be coaching elsewhere. Nolan had been there for quite a while. Now Kulik will have a new head coaching staff. There's Lynch trying to go to the interior route again. Kulik doing a nice job as Lynch tries to get it to the talented Chris Helbig. Helbig's very fun to watch both on the football field and the basketball court. All-state player in hoops. And it'd be interesting to have a conversation with him because he's the quarterback for Holy Family High School. And just in this past season, his junior year, he put up some just amazing numbers, tossing the ball around for the Tigers of Holy Family. But Coach Hoffman and Coach Karski and the guys from Top Gun, well, they got a nice position here where they got a guy like Lynch and Helbig, so Helbig goes into a receiver position. There's a 20-yard stop and get to the outside. Miscommunication between Lynch and his receiver. The guys were nice enough to put up my handle. You can also follow at Stream It Sports at NFA 7v7 and at Athletic Beyond. See some of the stuff that's being pumped out throughout the course of the day. Stream It Sports bringing you this live coverage here on the NFA 7v7 network. How about that? Carlo Kemp to the middle. Careful. That's something you don't want to see very much. Last year during the college or the high school season, started seeing Carlo Kemp be more involved touching the football. He was a lineman when he started off at Fairview and then played his defensive line position, but then Coach McCartney started to use him more, and why not? The kid's 6'3", 6'4", 250. Very athletic kid. Also, weighted GPA of 4.3 and just one of the nicest kids you'll ever meet. There's a nice toss to the near side corner, and that's going to be a touchdown for Top Gun Colorado Express. Take a look at that replay here. Lynch receives, delivers to Kemp, and now we'll see the touchdown. I believe that was Helbig who scored there. And so regaining the lead is Top Gun Colorado Express, trying to see where they place the football. They're going to go from the 10 and try to pick up the extra points. But they've already have done good work by scoring the touchdown and regaining the lead over Team Xplosive. So here's Top Gun on their PAT attempt. Lynch rolling. Sees Kemp, reacts, and then just throws it too high, and there's a little exchange there. Yeah, we were a little off on that one. First down, Lang, incomplete. Again, a 6-point lead for Top Gun Colorado Express, defending in the orange and blue. If you're a little unfamiliar with the 7-on-7 culture, I like Top Gun wearing their protective soft helmets. I was out at a tournament in Las Vegas. That's the first time I've actually seen the new soft helmets, and I like them a lot. Gives an old school look. Completion up the middle, eventually touchdown. Advancing forward is Team Xplosive. Coach Calvert, you can see him with his play sheet up the middle. He's moved from Aurora Central High School. He'll be involved and on the staff for the Denver East Angels this coming year. Brother of Ian Calvert, the head coach of basketball at Aurora Central. Straight up, 2 minutes left here in the first 18 of this contest. Again, we count down, running clock, 18 minutes, and then the final 2 minutes of each and every semifinal and eventually the championship game. We'll be using the NFHS clock rules, including timeouts and stoppages for incompletions and whatnot. Team Xplosive down 6, but advancing. They're sitting at the 20-yard line. They have an opportunity to pick up one more first down. You can get 3 starting at the 40. Already collected 1 first down. Lang rolls the football and juts to the outside. Cannot get that completion. Denied and waved off by Top Gun. Mariano Kemp doing a nice job. Popular hashtag in 7-on-7, no fly zone. No fly zone. Don't even try. Under a minute to play with the running clock as we approach the final 2 minutes. Lang drops back, looks down the field, and well anticipated by Chris Helbig. That'll be an interception, more points on the board for Top Gun Colorado Express. So now 16-8, add the 3, pardon me. So 17-8 is the score as the clock continues to tick, under 30 to play. 2 minutes left. You can hear DJ K-Tone on the PA. Lynch downfield, finds a man. That was a nice toss. Unable to collect it is Top Gun Colorado Express, sitting with the 9-point lead. See how bright it is outside here on the northeast corner of the Denver metro area. Shout to all the folks from Bellows. If you're within the area, of course, we're aware this actually can be viewed globally here on streamitsports.com and the NFA 7v7 webpage. We did have a stoppage in play earlier. It's been a wild May here in the state of Colorado. Just bizarre rain monsoon seasons. And now we've settled into what we're usually used to. We've just had a lot more rain and thunderstorms coming in. And we had one blow through here, drop a whole bunch of moisture as Helbig dives and makes the catch. Good defense by Team Xplosive. That was Kendall Coleman defending, the kid out of Gateway. After Team Xplosive does a good job in holding off Top Gun, and this is what you want, is you have an opportunity with 1 minute and 14 on the clock to go down, score a touchdown, get the PAT and force overtime, or go for it from the 10-yard line. Inside route, Lang trying to get it to Hayden Bluebaugh. Unable to do so. That is Bluebaugh coming to the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. He's got a good look to him, passes the eye test. Hustle, offense, Team Xplosive. Roll to that far side, advancing, and eventually getting the touchdown. How about that for a little bit of anxiety here? 6 points on the board, pending PAT. Team Xplosive can tie or elect to go for the PAT from the 10-yard line and take the lead. Lang receives, looks downfield, same route, near side this time, incomplete, and that hurts. So we will keep it at a 1-point gap. Top Gun will have the football. Remember, you can pick up points for making stops, and that's exactly what Team Xplosive needs to do, is earn the 2 points. How about that? That would be an odd way here in 7-on-7 to get the win by making stops. That's if Top Gun doesn't just bleed the clock down. Lynch breaks the huddle. He's got everybody spread out. Yeah, that's what I expected. Short route underneath, tap down. Clock keeps moving. 1 point lead for Top Gun in orange. And a timeout, as expected, for Team Xplosive. Clock adjustment, we have 23 seconds up on the big board on the north side of the field. Lynch looking down, just looking for a completion. That's exactly what they wanted. Well defended by Alex Smith, who I just mentioned, right on cue. Even 20 on the board. Still a 1 point lead for Top Gun Colorado Express. You'll see Carlo Kemp come into the picture from the left side. There he is. 20 seconds to play, 1 point lead. Top Gun with the ball, downfield, well defended by Alex Smith. They did exactly what we said could play out. Should be 2 points on the board for the defense of Team Xplosive to take the lead. Indeed it is, 18-17. Just a quirky part of the scoring of how we roll with 7-on-7. Points on the board, nobody crosses the goal line, and the defense holds out for Coach Rod Rogers. And Team Xplosive, excellent play that whole series by the 2018 Alex Smith out of Arapahoe High School. Coach Rogers immediately gets to his quarterback saying, here's what we want to do. I need you to get a couple of completions, keep that clock rolling. You see Coach Rogers there. He wants it to continue to roll. I believe the quarterback, Brandon Lang, just took a sack. A lot of action going on via the Twitter right now between all the handles that are involved, not just myself, but also, again, NFA 7v7. That's their handle, at Stream It Sports, at Athletic Beyond. Teams involved. I can go ahead and look it up real quickly, but for right now, we heard the buzzer, but we'll see indeed if that is the last play of that bracket semifinal. I think we're going to have one more play. At Top Gun QB to follow Top Gun Colorado Express, at Team Xplosive. For Coach Rod Rogers, who's pumped up right now. I believe Team Xplosive that just wrapped up a victory over Top Gun Colorado Express. Now, there's an indication there's flags on the field. And we do not have one of the referees mic'd up. As you see, the shot down the middle, incomplete pass. Flag on the field, and that was one of the referees, Jordan Vaden, the wide receiver out of Colorado State University, who did indeed say he's going to make that call for interference. So 1 second on the clock as we still await a final in this game. Brandon Lang just wants to get one completion, and there's the clock, and that's the finish to that semifinal it should be. Team Xplosive celebrating. I see Will Kulick jump and bump with Devon Harris down there, and a victory for Team Xplosive. So congratulations to Team Xplosive. They win the first bracket semifinal. We've got two more ahead that will be available again on the NFA 7v7 website and at streamitsports.com. Team Xplosive moves on with a victory over Top Gun Colorado Express.